What is up, YouTube? AVI back with another video.
You know, with all the news going on about electric vehicles, them being popular and Tesla stock plummeting, and Tesla prices falling, we figure we might as well do a tier list based on the new electric vehicles that have come on the market in the last couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're in the market for EVs, this could be the list for you, and that can help you decide which vehicle you want. But first, before we get started with that, we want to plug in our merch. So we have shirts, we have stickers and magnets. So go check them out. The cheapest one is around $3. So check it out and buy.
And we'll start with this tier, but we actually did a tier rank before on car brands. So now we're doing electric vehicles. So if you guys haven't seen that video, click up there to watch the video. I don't know if it's that side or that side.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll figure it out.
Let us know in the comments which side it's on, left or right. But yeah, so we'll get started with the very first one is the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is actually a car that we drove in last year's auto show.
Roll the clip. Just kidding. Too much work. In the New York Auto Show, it was a nice, fun experience driving in a straight line and stuff. It was pretty cool.
The only issue that I have with the Ioniq is it's not available in all-wheel drive. That's probably the biggest knock.
Wow.
For the base, I mean.
That is a big deal. And there's a lot of them around, though, that I see. They're everywhere now.
They're everywhere. But they're pretty expensive compared to like a normal everyday Hyundai. They're like, Hyundai is known for, sub $30,000 cars for everybody. And, having an electric car starting at $41,000 is pretty expensive, but comparable to other electric cars.
Yeah. So should we do like the price range and all the miles? Yeah, let's say it all. So Hyundai Ioniq from the base to the top tier, $41,450 all the way to $52,600, and the miles,
that's actually a smaller range compared to the others. Like there's not too many different options and trims that you can get. Others that we'll talk about in this list will range from like $40,000 in range between the models. And the range goes from 220 miles all the way to what, 300?
303.
303. Yeah. So where do you think that belongs based on just whatever we talked about, in your opinion?
I think I would throw this into the B tier for now.
It's actually exactly what I was thinking. So Motor Trend or Car and Driver, one of them, actually ranked this the best car of the year, I believe, last year. So I think it's definitely getting some views, but I'm still a little bit weary about that all-wheel drive not as a base. At the base tier, all-wheel drive not available. It kind of makes you spend that extra money. But yeah, I think B is a good spot for it.
Yeah. All right, and on to the next one, the Mustang Mach-E.
S?
No.
Oh. Just because it's a Mustang. But is it? Let us know in the comments if it's truly a Mustang.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not.
It's not.
So this one the base starts around $46,895, and it goes all the way up to $69,895, which is the GT, I'm sure, right?
I think so, yeah. All-wheel drive only for the GT model, which is strange because you would think the GT would be rear-wheel drive, like the everyday Mustang, but it's not. So that's another knock, all-wheel drive not being available on those early trims. But you compare it to the Hyundai, where it has more range on the entry, but $5,000 more for 27 miles. It seems comparable. And then the Max is way more expensive for only 7 miles. So maybe that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, so, and I mean, just because of that, the Mustang name and things, I'd probably throw this into, I'm going to say C.
C, okay. I was thinking B, but we can go with C. I think you drive a hard bargain. So I think C is good. Even though Ford is the best, Ford is S tier, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do a revisit on the tier.
Did we do that last time?
No, we didn't. You didn't let me.
Oh, okay. So,
cool. C, I think his C is fair.
I think it should be B, but I think because of the Mustang name, it drops to, Yeah.
But I don't think as many people would buy it if it didn't have the Mustang name.
That's true.
So there's something. They knew what they had to do, and they had to take some chances there.
Yeah, and I see those a bunch around nowadays, which it's a good thing for EVs.
Next, the Ford Lightning.
The Lightning. Not
the true Lightning, not the Gen 2 supercharged V8, but the new one. And I'm happy they brought the name back, but I just wish it wasn't, I guess all electric. They had to do what they had to do, though.
Yeah.
But this is the one that has the 40,000 mile range, or 40,000 mile MSRP difference between, their base trim and their top trim, which is insane. Do you knock that, or you like that there's a big range?
In price, you're saying?
Yeah.
I think it's good because there's I think a price for everyone.
Exactly.
Down there you got like the workman's truck, the cheaper, more affordable price, and then upper tier you get like the people that want to afford more luxury in their lifestyle. So I think it's a good range to have.
Yeah, and they're talking about all that features, being able to, if you lose power, plug your car into your car into your house.
Yeah.
Or your house into your car, depending.
I think you could even do car to car and charge up your other EV.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I haven't seen that. Maybe it is in other cars, but I personally haven't seen that. And just being able to have a bed on the back of your car is pretty useful just to throw stuff in. Obviously, towing is a whole different story with electric vehicles, but I think it's just a good functionality to have. Where are you going to put it? Don't say F.
Oh, no. Well, and then I was thinking about Hoovie's situation, but I would say this is like A or B. I
want to push it to A, but I just don't think it's quite there. I would say B is where I like it more than the Mach-E for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't like it as enough to put it into the A.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is better than the Ioniq, so I'm just gonna move it up.
I don't think you can.
Can you do it?
Okay. Oh, okay.
If that even does anything.
Okay, so I like that. It's ahead of the Ioniq in my opinion. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Next
one is the Hummer EV, another pickup truck,
but kind of completely different than the Lightning. Meaning the price. I guess the price is affordable.
It's not too bad compared to the Lightning.
And I believe this is the EV2, which is the next one coming out.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have a picture of that officially, so we just put the Hummer EV.
Yeah, and even if you can get one too, I mean, I don't know if anybody.
They're insane in price. So that's why I can't really put it in the same tier as both electric pickup trucks between this and the Lightning. No, it's not really. One is $50,000 more than the other, meaning the Hummer is more expensive than the Lightning.
Yeah, but I think I know where I want to put this.
F.
No,
I'm kidding. Where do you want to put it?
I think I'm going to go to A.
A, okay.
Or S. I mean, I'm thinking A for now. And then we can.
So now that we know that we're talking about the EV2, which is the next one coming out, not available until 2024. The base starts at $79,995, which is personally a knock for me, just because you're new to the game a little bit. A new model, and it's only accessible to the upper
1%,
the upper income.
Yeah.
And the range is really not that impressive, 250 miles for the base trim, which seems kind of lackluster. Like the Chevy Bolt, which we'll get to in a little bit, gets just about that. So
and I mean this one also weighs like 10,000 pounds too, but I guess it's pretty decent for its size too. And then the max 350 miles.
Yep.
So it's up there, I guess, competitive.
Okay, we can throw it at A. I'm okay with that. It's definitely unique. It has more appeal than the Lightning does. So we'll leave it at A. I'm okay with that.
But now that we see the runner-up, maybe... but we'll leave it at A. Yeah.
Okay.
The runner-up, the Silverado EV, that's next.
And that starts at under 40,000, which is insane, all the way up to 80,000. So once again, we have that 40,000 mile gap in different trims and specs. So we don't actually know the base... it's not yet released. The base mile range of the entry level EV.
Yeah, and that's it's just so we know it's up to 400 miles of range, which is I think one of the highest here on the list, the whole list.
Yeah,
which is pretty promising. That's why it's not out yet. It'll be for the future.
But I feel like as electric cars grow, the ranges will definitely increase. The more that more research and developing that goes into them. So where do you think?
Well, definitely, I think it has to be in the A tier, to be honest. Which makes me think the Hummer should be up in the S now. Well, because isn't it better than the Lightning, don't you think?
I think it's better than the Lightning.
In the way that it's more affordable, and you got the flat, you can fold the back.
Yeah, I like it more
down.
I'm scared about the Hummer EV range, starting at $250 for $80,000.
That's true.
That's just insane to me.
Well, can we put it together?
We can put it together. Okay, I'm fine with that.
All right, cool. Let us know if you
put it in A. And if you guys disagree with us,
let us know.
Throw us in the comments and start typing away for the algorithm.
Yeah, you guys aren't too shy about sharing your thoughts about this kind of stuff,
especially the car brand.
Yeah, the last one. You guys were upset.
It's like, how dare you not put BMW in the S tier? Guys, news break. It's not the S tier. Sorry. Maybe we'll have to do, like we said, an updated, but Next, Subaru Solterra, and I know this is more your wheelhouse than mine, so I'll let you talk a
Well,
little bit about it.
Subaru as a brand, we all know it comes with all-wheel drive, except for the what is it called? BRZ, yeah. Wow, how could I forget? So for the Solterra, starts around 44,995 to 51,995. So there's not huge of a range there. It's about 6,000.
But I think you were saying there's only one trim available, and it's just options, right? Is that right? I think.
Yeah, I believe so. And at the same time, this kind of shares the same body with the Toyota BZ40 or something.
BZ427
XW.
Yeah, the Toyota
BMW.
equivalent.
Yeah.
But what I like about the Subaru is it's all-wheel drive standard, regardless of how much money you're spending on that one. It's going to be standard. Where the Toyota is front-wheel drive only.
So you have options in a way, but
front-wheel drive is standard on the Toyota. So.
Yeah.
So you can't option it. But.
So, and I don't know. It's Subaru's first EV vehicle. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it in with maybe the Mach-E, or maybe even lower. I don't know. What do you think?
So looking at the comparisons between the Mach-E, 46,890 for the base Mach-E and 44,000, similar range, but the Mach-E is not rear-wheel drive. So I would put it in the same category as the Mach-E, but slightly ahead, just because it has all-wheel drive.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. And it has like significantly less range, I guess, if you go up. Oh no, it's 228.
Yeah, because it's the
throughout.
same throughout, just with different options.
Do you think it should go ahead?
Ahead, yeah.
Okay, so right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You're
wow.
okay with that?
The Mach-E.
Yeah, the Mach-E is slipping, I guess.
Shoot. Wow. Well, the Mach-E.
Well, remember, I wanted it in the B tier, but this guy was like, no.
You should be in the F tier.
It's in the C, I swear.
Oh, you did want? Well, I guess if the Subaru's passing it.
Well, now we come to probably the most interesting car on the list, which is the Mazda MX-30. That's something we actually talked about 5 minutes ago, where the name is confusing, because you have the MX-30, the CX-30, the CX-50, the Mazda MX-5, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, the names don't really make sense.
They don't make sense.
What's MX even mean in the EV world? It should be EV30 or something.
So this one is the Mazda MX-30. Starts at about $33,470. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my God, that's great. That's cheap, but the range, how much, Dave?
100 miles.
100
Only
miles.
100. And that's because in order to sell cars in California, they had to make a EV vehicle. So they made an EV just really quickly, just to kind of sell, and so they can keep selling in California. And that was their only way of doing it. So
and it's only available in California. So that's just a limiting factor where you can't get it. Majority of you guys, people watching this right now, are not in California. It means you can't buy it. So sorry.
And you can't even drive it all the way from Cali to the Northeast. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's going to take you years, literally probably years. So let's throw that in S tier? No.
I'm thinking F.
F. We both agree it's F.
Put it down here.
There was some incentives that I was looking at when they first came out, that you could get charge credit. Up to $500, I believe they were giving you charge credit, which would help. But still, 100 miles, you can't even go to like some place 30 miles away without needing a charge.
Because then you got to go back to your place.
Exactly.
So F tier for that.
F tier. Now we get to the one that I've probably done the most research about, the Chevy Bolt EV and EUV, which is something that I was considering getting, not only for the channel but for my personal life, just being able to drive around. So what I know is it starts with 247 miles range standard from an MSRP of just under 27,000, which is insane.
Yeah,
that's
really
like
good.
insane numbers, insane price. The only issue is all-wheel drive not an option for the Chevy Bolt EV and EUV. So we kind of combine these EUV and EV in the same. They're two different cars, but same drivetrain, meaning same battery, same transmission, but there's no transmission. So same car, but just different body style. So the EUV is slightly bigger than the EV and gets slightly less range. But all the way up, you get 259 miles of range for 29,000. So once again, not a big gap in options.
So, but I think this was like one of the first few EVs to actually go like into market, and then now it's kind of just being announced too. So they kind of started it along with Tesla in a way, but I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty cool EV.
I think if you're looking for, and if you're like first, especially new into electric cars, and you're looking to buy an electric car, and you don't have a huge budget, and you're looking to save money on gas, I think the Bolt has is a great car because you have Chevy, which is a great manufacturer, has a great name. Oh, it hurts me to say that as a Ford guy, but
no, I was like, huh?
It's true. I mean, it's more reliable than like Volvo or something, maybe. So I would say, you might kill me, but I'm thinking A.
Oh wow, okay.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking B, but we could throw it up in the A. Sure.
I just think compared to the Ioniq, it's much more. It's way cheaper, almost $10,000, and gets pretty much the same range. So 247 or 220 from the base Ioniq, and it's $10,000 cheaper and gets 247.
As you can see, the A tier is full of GM products. I don't know what that means,
Whoa.
but so far, Chevy, GM, doing pretty good.
Yeah, they're beating Ford for sure.
Wow. All right, now for the next list. This is all going to be Tesla stuff. So we're going to start with the Model S. The base, if you will, comes with the dual motor. Wait, why do I have 104?
104,000.
Oh, geez, is that much? Okay, we're in the 6 digits here. I'm like, miles? No, $104,990. That's a lot of money.
Since we've done this list, Tesla has dramatically decreased their prices, so it's probably about 10% cheaper than what this price is. But the starting range is 405 miles, which is higher than the Silverado.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
But also, you pay for the Tesla name. But in my opinion, having the Tesla brand, as diluted as it might be right now, is still a big deal because they've done it since, the Model S has been out for almost 10 years.
10 years. Wow, time flies.
So like all these other cars are just coming out for the first year, and Tesla's had 10 years to almost perfect it. So I think it definitely gets some credit for that.
Yeah, and then they also come with the tri-motor, which is kind of cool. So 2 motors in the back, 1 in the front. 135,000 for that. That's the Plaid, and then 396 miles.
And it gets less miles because of the performance, you think?
I'm guessing the extra motors too, or something. The weight.
Let us know.
Yeah. So yeah, I believe when you add more motors, I think it drops the range, like all-wheel drive.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm thinking like, wow, I'm thinking
S.
I was gonna say S. Yeah.
I think it's the pioneer of electric cars.
Let's do it.
As much as like people are definitely catching up to Tesla, similar drive features, automatic driving, and all that stuff. But realistically, they started it, and their range is great. It's obviously super expensive, so it's not an entry-level electric car for the majority of people watching, but it's a great car where if you have the money and you're looking for one of the best, maybe, try out the Model S, and that's why I think the Model S deserves S tier. And
let's not forget Elon Musk. Woohoo! And just following that, we got the Model 3. They have the rear-wheel drive, 46,990, 272 miles of range. And then it goes all the way up to the dual motor, 57,990 with 358 miles of range. So
this is the entry-level Tesla. The cheapest Tesla available right now is the Model 3, which is this one.
Still pretty expensive, but like we said earlier, it's dropping. And
I'm thinking B.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good with
You
B.
agree?
Yeah. Cool. And now next we have the Model Y.
The last Tesla on the list, I swear.
We're not Tesla fanboys, but they don't really have much. Anyway, the Cybertruck we're waiting on, but the Model Y. They got the long range, dual motor, 65,990 with 330 miles of range. And then they have the upper one with the dual motor, 69,990 with 303 miles of range. So it drops in range because of the performance.
They also have the Model X, but I don't believe the Model X is comparable to these.
Yeah.
These are a little bit more. I think Model X starts at, similar to the Model S, starts at over 100,000 easy.
I believe that's probably the least sold Tesla.
So we just did the 3, and then we have obviously a bunch of other cars here. So I personally think C. I don't think it's as good as the Model 3 just because the Model 3 is the base. But what are you thinking?
They say the Model Y was going to be the best-selling electric SUV, but I'm not too sure about how it is now. So it's just a Model 3 lifted, basically, right? So let's put it in the C.
Okay. A little more space, which is nice, but not worth the extra money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Volkswagen ID4. I
don't really know too much about this thing, except the miles and the price.
And the miles and the price aren't really that impressive. You look, $40,000 with standard rear-wheel drive, which is strange for an electric car. I don't know. With only 209-mile range. So right now I'm thinking it's not as good as the Bolt for sure. It's not as good as the Mustang Mach-E, in my opinion. I think it goes in D.
Yeah.
I don't think it's terrible. Volkswagen has a decent name. You know, it has been doing cars for a while, and
I think it looks cool, but that's about it.
and now we have a car in every category, so
Woohoo.
that helps.
That's what we were trying to do, so that helps, yeah.
Next,
Next
Nissan
one.
Leaf.
But they're also the pioneers, too, of the EV world.
That is true.
So the Leaf S starts at 28,000 with a low mile of 149.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest knock for the Leaf is you look at the Bolt, which is the same price for almost double the miles.
Yeah.
So
And it only comes in front-wheel drive, too, like the Bolt.
the Bolt.
And so it's, yeah, it
I don't
has
know.
to be.
For me, I just don't think it's comparable to the Bolt, which we put all the way in A tier.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So it's definitely lower than that, but I still think C.
I was going to say C.
C?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Nissan.
Even though I don't prefer Nissan. If it was up to me, I'd
No.
put Nissan in F tier, but
Well, that's a
it's
good.
just me.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that.
I
we
think
don't wanna
they've
do
been
these.
doing the Leaf for a long time, so
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
I think that's why they go up there a little bit. So.
Next one, Hyundai Kona Electric, which is another car that I'm actually a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
SE with all-wheel drive is about $33,000, which is once again one of those more affordable electric cars on the market today. Has about 258 miles, which I believe is more. Yeah, it's one more than the Mach-E and one more than the Bolt. So
did
you
that
know
on
they just did
purpose.
that for the numbers, but
They did it on purpose. Yeah.
I think it's the same affordability of the Bolt, but not necessarily the name of Chevy versus Hyundai. So I would say maybe B.
I was gonna say B.
B. Okay.
It's basically around the same as the Ioniq 5, but like the baby version.
The baby version. Yeah.
And I think that's a good setup right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the next one, Porsche Taycan, our first supercar. Well, not really. It's just the brand. I guess that's like a supercar.
I would say it's a supercar, honestly.
It looks like one.
And the thing is, we're going to talk about range and all that stuff, but really, if you're buying this car, you don't care about the range.
Yeah, you're balling.
You're balling.
And just fun fact, the Porsche Taycan comes in 10 different trims. So there's a whole bunch of range, but not even, because starting out is 86,700 with a 208-mile range. So
It goes all the way to 222 miles, which is low, but like we mentioned, you're not looking for range.
no, you're just for looks.
And super fast, super performance oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it beats the Model S in terms of performance, right? I believe that's the whole back and forth
Horsepower?
of Taycan and Model S.
Yeah, I believe so. It looks like they're the same sedans, like huge sedans.
Yep.
They're both kind of like, what do you call it, hatchback sedans?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know if it competes directly with, it does compete with the Model S, but
I don't
in
think
my
it
eyes,
stacks up to it.
yeah. And because I don't know much about it too, I mean, but the Porsche name.
I think A.
I was gonna, yeah.
I
So
think
I
A.
think A. Yeah, definitely A.
We're in agreement for a lot of these.
And I'm gonna leave it right there too.
Oh, look
Behind
at that! Looks pretty
behind the
nice,
Bolt.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Now we are on the Audi e-tron.
Mm-hmm. The same platform as the Taycan.
And just me, I'm looking at these numbers like, why is it so expensive for
It's not-
226
It's
miles?
not that impressive, no.
It's not that impressive. Obviously, the Audi name is great. E-tron looks great in all the Marvel movies. They have all the e-tron
With
you know,
Iron
stuff.
Man.
Iron Man drives the Audi, so that stuff is cool.
Get some points.
But after all is said and done, it's not really that cool if you're spending 80 grand on a car to go 226 miles, which a Chevy Bolt next to you gets more than that.
Yeah, so I'd put it at C tier.
I was just gonna say C.
Yeah.
Having all-wheel drive standard is great, but if you're paying that money, you pretty much expect all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Kia EV6, which I know you know more about than me, I think.
You think? Well, we both driven in it as well.
We did.
In the auto show.
But I preferred the Hyundai to this
Mm-hmm.
one. So maybe that should tell us a little bit where it's not going to be in the B tier. I don't know, it's just me.
You like the looks of the Hyundai better?
The looks of the Hyundai better. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I like the looks of the Kia. Because, like, the Hyundai, it's sharper, angled. Yeah, I like it. It looks like the Elantra. But, I don't know. Maybe the Kia just kind of fits more with society or something.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. So you're saying, wow, 370 miles? That's
Oh, that's 310.
Oh, 310.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't read Dave's hand.
No, what?
But why does the more trim have or more than 100 miles of range?
Like gone?
Like gone.
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't know. That's
Jeez.
the entry one. The Wind seems to be a great buy of 48,000 miles, $48,000 for 310 miles.
Isn't that funny how the higher you go, the miles go down?
Because I think it's more performance oriented, maybe.
but
Kia,
it's kind of like all EVs are performance. Like they all go fast.
They'll
with
smoke
torque.
my cars, Dave's cars. So
like I think the base EVs are like the best value and everything.
And that's why I think you look at the list, and a lot of them we have the upper echelon of like hundreds of thousands, but then right after that is the cheap entry level that gets good range. So I think that's where this will probably be. I would say C.
Yeah, I think C is good. Let's put it in front of the Subaru.
Okay.
Right? Are you
or put that down and then move that one because that's the Corona.
Wait. Oh.
This one.
Wow, it looks the same. That's another thing. All the EVs sort of look the same.
Especially when the screen is small in front of us.
Oh, yeah, that too.
All right, Mercedes EQS. This one I know you definitely know more about.
I think I know more about this from doing reviews and stuff. They have the EQS sedan, the S-Class version of the EV, and then they have the EQS of the SUV. And I think because the way they named their cars is kind of like stupid in a way.
Stupid. I'm confused, and I'm a car person. I'm supposed to know this stuff, and it's too confusing.
And just from watching Matt Moran, he mentioned that they're going to go away with the EQ brand and name sometime in the future. I think just for that reason. I think it's annoying to read and everything. And their stats aren't really that good. I'm 104,000 for the starting, and with 305 miles of range, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but it's still you're in the 6 digits. At that
but I think
price.
if you're paying this money, you're looking for the Mercedes name, the Mercedes luxury, which I'm sure you still get a great ride quality and all that.
Yeah, but at the same time, the looks, like if you're getting a Mercedes, you want a cool looking car. This one does not look that good,
in my opinion. Let us know if you guys disagree. But in my opinion, it doesn't have the best looks. So I'm thinking D.
Yeah, I was just going to say I know where to put it.
No, you're supposed to say it's
there.
S. It's Mercedes. I love Mercedes.
Yeah, I do like Mercedes, but not nowadays.
Not nowadays.
And it looks the same as that Volkswagen too.
Yeah, it does.
It looks the same.
Which is the issue. You know, you're spending double the money for something that looks like a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Next
one, the Rivian R1T. We saw this when we went to our first auto show when they were just starting.
Many
years ago. Yeah, and now they finally came out, and here it is. I think it looks really cool.
And this was actually, as far as I know, the pioneer of truck EV.
Oh,
This is before the Lightning, before the Hummer.
Cybertruck.
Before the Cybertruck. And what Rivian was able to do, start a complete brand, just like Tesla did, on its own without, and now look at them. They have partners with Amazon. I believe Ford is a partial owner. At least they used to be.
I think they were, yeah.
They were? Not anymore?
I believe so.
But I think they've done great things. They have a little bit cleaner reputation than Tesla right now, just with everything going on. So I'm a fan of Rivian. The only issue is the price.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a big fan. So I am too. I'm going to say that.
I think they're more camping lifestyle, sort of like Subaru is in a way, but this one's electric. And I believe they're doing charging stations like out in the woods type areas now too. So they're opening up their own EV stations like that, which kind of separates them.
And I obviously haven't heard of many issues between them and Amazon. Like, their trucks haven't been breaking down or losing range or anything like that. I feel like we would have heard that because they're used so often every day with Amazon.
Yeah, that's true. And so for that reason, I think I would pick 8.
And I would pick S.
Oh, okay.
I think they're a pioneer of like trucks and going on their own and starting a business and getting right into the thick of things where they're competing with some of these guys like the Silverado EV, and they've done it for 3 years.
That's a good point.
But I know you guys are going to say, oh, but their cars aren't reliable. But look at Amazon. They've had little issues, as far as we know, little issues.
Just because they're starting out. But for Amazon to invest in them that big, I mean, they have to be somewhat. They have to be good. Yep. So I'm okay with putting them in S, just to have another S-type, Model S type.
Final, Polestar. I don't have that on my notes, so Dave's going to have to talk a little bit about this one.
Well, you're actually a bigger fan than me because you took a video of that Polestar
before it was
card.
I don't know. It was
saw it in Florida.
It was released, but I had never seen one in real life.
So I can show you guys the stats. They have the single motor long range version, 48,270.
Wow, that's
miles.
affordable.
Yeah.
Well, affordable. That's a lot of money, but I was thinking Polestar was a lot more expensive.
Yeah, and then they have a long range dual motor, 51,900 with 260 miles of range, which is not a big range difference in price.
It actually goes down again.
It goes down like all the EVs do. But it has a cool looking sedan look. And Yeah, I mean, I saw Doug's video on it. It looked pretty cool, but it was also pretty tight, I believe, right in the back.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not really.
From what I remember.
You know, Polestar's one of these another startups, but they have not taken that next step as Rivian has. I don't really see them a lot in the limelight, which maybe is a good thing, but I don't know. Just they're not getting out to the consumer, especially with that affordable price point. I feel like they should be getting more out there to consumers, and I haven't seen it.
Yeah, aren't they owned by Volvo as well? I'm not sure.
Let us know. That's a good question.
Yeah, let us know. But
I'm thinking D.
Okay, I was gonna say C, but because of they're not super known yet.
Yeah.
So let's put it at D. And another one we forgot, it was Lucid, but that could be the next video.
Yeah, let us know if you guys have any particular electric cars that you guys want to see. Leave in the comments. Maybe we can do a part 2. Or also car brand tier list. Maybe if you guys have watched that and comment on that one. Say you guys are crazy for putting BMW not in S.
Yeah, and then there was something else. Yeah, you guys were mad at that video. We can do another one if you guys
Bugatti.
want.
We slammed Bugatti and everyone hates that, but
Now they're popular.
How many of you guys are actually driving them, right? I mean,
yeah. What color is yours? But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video.
Don't forget merch.
Check out the merch.
But,
and
just like that,
AVI out.